One of the biggest shifts that I made around money was giving myself permission to spend intentionally on the things that matter most to me. For a long time, I let budgeting make me feel like I was doing something wrong whenever I spent money, even if it was the things that actually improved my life. So today I wanted to speak about 5 different things that I spend on intentionally, and I do it without guilt. If you ever felt like budgeting took the joy out of your life, then this video might be for you. All right, first of all, my name is Celisa. If you're new here, I'm a cash budgeter of about 5 years. I also have a cute and colorful Etsy store that sells savings challenges to help you save more. It's called Beautiful Budgets Co. Today, I am sitting right outside the dentist's office because I'm going to get some dental work in just a minute. So if you hear cars driving by on the street in front of me, I apologize. But I got off work and I thought I want to film this video to keep up with our 12 days of fun. Today is day 11, you guys. We have almost made it to the end of this, which is crazy, but I did not have time to film something before I came to work. I got called in extra early so I can get off early and go to the dental appointment. With that being said, I started thinking about what type of content did I want to talk about, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about the 5 things that I intentionally spend on without guilt, and it hasn't always been this way for me, so maybe it'll give you a couple of thoughts for you to think about as well. The first thing that I give myself permission to spend my money on, is travel. And I don't just mean luxury trips. Now, wait a minute. I have taken a couple of luxury trips, but that's not everything that I'm talking about. I mean experiences, memories, getting out of the house, changing the scenery. That's what I'm talking about. Travel used to feel so irresponsible to me. Like I should wait until everything's perfect, until I'm debt free, until sometime in the future. But things have changed around that. I realize traveling doesn't take away from my budget. It actually inspires me to be better with it. When I have a trip planned, I budget better, I save better, I just make overall smarter decisions. So now travel has a budget. It's a category. It's planned, it's intentional, and I don't feel bad about it at all. I don't budget against travel anymore. I budget for it. The second thing I spend money on is my kids. Now, this one can get a little complicated because if you're not careful, you can overspend really quickly if you're not being intentional. But I'm talking about things that matter, like education, milestones, experiences, moments together that they'll actually remember. I have an adult child who's in college, another adult child who's grown, and then I have a teenager in my house. My kids are across a couple of different generations, okay? But things like college savings, graduation gifts, trips together, or for my oldest, sometimes just support when they need it, I don't feel bad about that at all. I don't want to look back and think that I was being so financially responsible that I wasn't able to be present with my kids. So yes, I budget for my kids. They have their own categories, and I don't feel bad about that at all. If you've been here for a while, you also know I had a graduation binder for my daughter when she graduated from high school, and I'm going to have another one when she graduates from college. There'll be soon a graduation binder for my youngest when he's going to graduate high school and college. Also, I pay for my daughter's college housing, and I give her spending money. I don't feel bad about any of those spendings because that's investing into my family. And where you could get tripped up with your kids is really in the loop of emotional spending. But this isn't about emotional spending. This is more like I consider it value-based spending. So, yeah, I spend on my kids. The third thing that I give myself permission to spend on is my health. Appointments, medications, therapy, mental health, even rest. I make categories so that I can spend on that without guilt. The old me would try to put these things off and be like, I'll get to that later. But health is not optional, and you cannot out-budget poor health. So I taking myself to the dentist today. I recently went and got eyeglasses. I've been going to get my iron transfusions and paying for those. And I don't feel bad about saving and spending on those things. Your health is not a luxury category. So now for me, health is non-negotiable. It's just what it is. Okay, now these last 2 can be a little bit controversial, but you're just going to have to hang with me, okay? Just hang with me. Because again, this is the way that I choose to spend my money without guilt. It doesn't mean that you have to, but I'm just explaining my choices. The next one is beauty and self-care. I know. For a long time, I felt guilty spending money on nails, my hair, skincare, things like that I thought were just super frivolous. But here's what I learned. When I feel better about myself, I show up better everywhere else. So, yeah, this isn't about excess. You know, it's about maintenance, confidence, feeling good about myself and showing up as the best version of myself. So instead of just randomly spending on things that are beauty related, I instead budget for it. I have a beauty category in my sinking fund, and I try to lean into that or out of my own personal fund in order to pay for the things that I do not feel any guilt about anymore. And just so you know, planned self-care is not the same as an impulse buy. If you've been here with me, then you know I'll say, I want to get braids in a couple of months. Let me keep up saving in this beauty file so I can afford for those braids. You know, it's not just impulsively saying, oh, I'm getting braids tomorrow. I've done that a couple of times. I've done that a couple of times. But usually I'm planning for it. Or even if I impulse it, it's because it's already been planned for in my budget in the beauty category. Okay? And we finally made it to the fifth and final thing that I spend my money on. And this one, I told you, is a little bit controversial as well. The fifth thing that I give myself permission to spend money on is convenience. A coffee on the way to work, paying for time-saving services, things that reduce my stress. Oh yeah, I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. But convenience buys time, and time is just as valuable as money for me. If spending a little bit helps me to show up more focused, a little calmer, less overwhelmed, then I'm doing it. I'm doing it, okay? And I don't feel bad about it at all. Now, I don't overspend on convenience. I feel like I use it strategically. Like, for instance, this morning I went to 7 Brew, and I got me a cup of coffee. I've been drinking Celsius from the grocery store for some time, but since I had to go in extra early, I treated myself to go into 7 Brew and get myself a cold brew coffee. And I also got a hot coffee for my best friend, so I paid for 2 coffees this morning. I mean, it had been probably about 3 weeks since I've been and got a coffee at a coffee shop. The big takeaway here is, what do all the things that I give myself permission to spend money on have in common? It's intention. And that's what's changed for me. That's what budgeting has provided. It gave me the permission to intentionally save in categories and be okay with spending out of those categories that I designed for myself for the things that I want to purposefully spend on without guilt. That made budgeting stop feeling like a punishment, but instead feel like I was more in alignment. I know that I'm going to want to go get some eyelashes or get my nails done or go get braids occasionally. I know that I'm going to want some new skincare products, or I'm going to want to have my house cleaned periodically. I know I'm going to want to stop and get a coffee. I know that I'm going to want to travel and spend time with my kids. I also know that I'm going to spend on my kids, right? These are things that you've seen me do here again and again. And it's the 5 categories that I feel like I've given myself permission to do, but I also intentionally save for those categories. So when it comes time for me to actually spend, I already have the money there. So now it's your turn. Do me a favor. In the comments, write the word permission in the comment section, but then also write one thing that you're giving yourself permission to spend on. I want to see what you got to say. Today, we were supposed to pick a winner from yesterday's video with the secret word. I will do 2 giveaways tomorrow for the last day of our 12 days of Christmas. I know. Sorry, guys, but I was rushing this morning, okay? I told you I went and got me a coffee. I couldn't get upstairs and film a video and get all the stuff together before. Tomorrow, we do have a pretty big cash moment to have together, so I hope you show up tomorrow. That's where I'll be picking the winner from this video, and all you need to do is comment permission and list one thing that you're giving yourself permission to spend money on, and a random comment will be picked, and let's do a gift card for $50. We're winding down this whole thing, so $50 sounds like a solid number, and then we'll also do the $20 gift card from yesterday's video. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you hit the notification bell, and hype me up so this video will be suggested to other people that need to realize you can budget and plan intentionally for the things that you want to spend on. Permission has been granted, okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. Period. All right, you guys, I think that is everything for today. It's a short and sweet video, but boo, I got to get in here and get 2 wisdom teeth pulled. Say a prayer for me, and I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, put this one single emoji right here letting me know that you made it. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care. Okay, you guys, I made it to the chair. It's already done. Say a prayer.